know. I think so.
No, I don't think so. I'm looking at the YouTube.
Oh,
Now
now
we
we're
are.
live. Oh, started. Okay. Anyway.
I really wish I had coffee with me right now.
Oh man.
At what point are they going to develop some sort of system where we could transport stuff to each other via the internet?
Right. Then we'd all get
You
sick.
mean a transporter?
Yes,
Like,
a portal.
I mean, I guess technically you can just
Whoa.
do like DoorDash for somebody and have it delivered.
Analog transporter.
See, but that's step number one, right? Like they've
I'm gonna
already
have
gotten that
A
far.
cup of coffee I have and get it. Could just give it to you. Here you
Yeah,
go.
that's
buddy.
what
Yeah,
that's what
that's what
what
you
I'm
mean.
Really
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
like a dumb waiter, you know,
A couple thousand years I'll have it.
but through the internet.
a couple thousand years.
They're probably already doing it in the Pentagon. You just haven't released it to us yet. Come on, they got cocaine in the White House somehow. I'm sure they're already practicing with it.
Well, when you bring it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that story, guys. Have you heard that news story? It's so
No.
fucking ridiculous. They found
No.
cocaine in the White House, and then they dropped the investigation because they can't figure out who brought it in. Probably because half the fucking
Because it's
politicians are
embarrassing?
doing cocaine. They're probably like, well, everybody's doing coke here. Why were we going to bring this up?
Yeah. Like they did do the investigation and they found it in too many rooms. And
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
like, what are we going to do about this?
They're like, there's too many people we're witnessing.
I mean, how else are you gonna get through that job?
I mean,
Welcome to the Guys and Guys podcast.
Where we talk about
Where we talk
cocaine and
about
other
government
drugs.
conspiracies and drugs in the White House.
Instantly demonetized.
I kind of wish Biden was doing the cocaine. He might be able to talk properly finally.
Oh shit! Here we go. Division.
I don't know if any 96-year-old people should be doing cocaine. It might not be good for their system.
Do it for long. Welcome everyone to the Guide You Guys podcast, where we talk about Japanese hard rock, heavy metal, and other music news, and sometimes drugs in the White House.
Well, that could be
96.
music to somebody's ears.
Yeah, I'm dancing to it right
Hey,
now.
does it
actually. I
stop
just
ringing in your
realized.
ears? Does cocaine do that? Because I need something.
I don't think so. That probably enhances it, if anything.
I probably would. I have ringing in my nose then. What the fuck?
Speaking of drugs,
So
How was your
what's
week?
up? What's up, everybody?
Speaking
I'm
of
Ryan
drugs,
Muir.
how's your week?
I'm Ryan Muir. We got Champ here and Wave. Everybody's feeling good and happy. Mm-hmm. Or
yeah,
sick and
that's
tired.
one way to put it.
Yeah, good and happy or sick and tired.
It's one of
and
those.
anything in between also.
we run the gamut of emotion here on the Guide You Guys podcast.
how
But
we
we're
do.
still
We're-
here. That's the important thing.
Yeah, something for everyone, right?
Yeah. So, Alan, if you like talking about your week, you're just going to take this moment off here.
Oh, yeah, I've been sick all fucking week. This
All right,
sucks.
Wave. I hope you get to feeling better, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
You guys saw the interviews, right? I did the interviews, and guys, I know I sounded horrible. I really pushed through, and I think that's what ultimately has been killing me. Like I got sick on Wednesday. I told the story already. I didn't sleep for about 4 days straight, or something like that. It was, you know what I mean? Like you're sleeping, but you're not really sleeping. You're not getting that full deep sleep. My pipes burst everywhere. A bunch of sewage came out and stuff that I clean up, and I think it.
Oh my god, I
that's
thought that was
Oh,
metaphorical.
I
for a
thought you were
second.
talking about your body.
Yes, so did I. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean
talk about
sewage
this
is coming
shit
out
here.
everywhere? Okay.
Anyways,
Sorry,
it was
back.
like
It's
it
I'm
was
glad you were
smelled-
on my page, Wave.
It smelled so bad in the house. Like
Yeah.
it was like toxic. You could feel it. Like I had to clean that shit out like really fast. And after that, I got sick right away. And my body couldn't fight it because I was like so tired. So I got sick. I started feeling better, and I'm an idiot because I got so nervous about Aftershock. I haven't taken medicine in years, and I'm like, you know what? Just in case, I probably got an infection from that shit. Let me take the antibiotics. I got 10 times worse after the antibiotics.
Oh,
It like
no.
broke down my system or something, and I just got awful. And then I felt a little bit better next day, but it's too late. Aftershock was already there. And then I lose my voice the day that I fly out. And then I'm like, this fucking sucks. And you guys can hear it in an interview. I can barely talk. I'm like really forcing it. So I think amidst walking around like crazy and all that stuff, so I just kept staying sick. So I got back home and trying to catch up on stuff, and I'm trying to I'm resting, of course, also. But yeah, the sickness is just like, fuck you, Alan. You like doing way too much. So yeah, that's why those interviews sound rough. If you guys noticed,
The
it
interviews
gets
actually
better.
were pretty good, man. They were really good.
I
You
appreciate
got them
that.
talking about a lot of stuff. You sounded fine. Yeah, they were good interviews. If you haven't seen them, are they out still on Dichotic?
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah. Still have them up.
Yeah,
My
a lot of good information, dude. It was really, really good.
I want to highlight some too, like with HANABIE, man. The Fox Lake interview. Those guys are so awesome, man.
Yeah.
I really recommend checking them out. It might not be your thing if you're not into the screaming style of music, but man, you could tell they had a lot of fun with the girls. They talk about them going out and drinking together and stuff in that interview. It's right here, this video. It's really good, guys. Check it out. And then I did an interview with Jake the Viking. If you don't know who he was a Mr. Beast employee at one point, and he happened to know about baby metal. So we had a conversation about baby metal, and we talked about a lot of things. So about men's mental health, about his new projects with scary videos and stuff. Talked about the Japanese music scene, Sleep Token, a lot of things. So it was really cool having that interview with him. I wasn't expecting him to say yes. I just ran into him at Aftershock, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
and I looked down. I'm like, I know you from somewhere because I used to watch Mr. Beast videos all the time. I used to love watching those videos or whatnot. So I figured out who he was. I'm like, hey, you want to do an interview? He said yes. And then I got lucky because we did our interview later at night, right? So since we did it later at night, I got to get one of these stages right here, one of the couches. These are like for the paid booths or whatnot. So we were able to take over one of those booths, and they're like,
Wow.
it was pretty badass. So
Yeah, it looks like someone a real news that interview would be.
Yes, I didn't know who he
can't
was
talk.
until I was watching the interview. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
yeah,
Pretty interesting, dude.
Yeah, in the beginning, he's just like, we're talking about doing gutter rolls and screams. So it's pretty funny. Starting an interview. My audio like dies in the middle of it. He was totally cool about it. He's like, oh man, just restart it and we're good. You know,
nice.
so
It wouldn't be an Allen interview if something did go wrong with the fucking audio.
I know, right? It's pretty fucking hilarious. So I'm very happy with it. I'm sorry, guys. I know you were expecting way more content on Aftershock. I've been so dead. Once I get my thoughts together, I'll definitely put up a video about Aftershock. I'm gonna put up a video about baby metal also. I just haven't had time, and I'm already leaving in 2 days for that 3-week tour, which is horrible timing. Very fucking horrible timing. So hopefully I'm okay by Tuesday, because Tuesday I fly out again. And but yeah,
You know what's the best kind of gratification, Alan?
What?
Self.
Delayed. I really didn't mean to tee that up, but dang.
You get a song finished recording and you feel good about it. Sorry, I can't.
No,
help myself
whatever I was
sometimes.
gonna say, that's a better idea.
Speaking of that,
You'll feel a
speaking of
lot
that-
better, bud.
Speaking of that, though, for some reason, while I've been sick, I absolutely love playing music when I'm sick. I don't know what it is. I play guitar for like probably 4 hours each day. We started playing drums again. Got my electric kit set up, and I jammed with the guys yesterday. We wrote like 2 songs. I told them, I was like, guys, are you sure you want me to show up? I'm like, I'm down to play. I'm like, I can't record. We were supposed to record, so I had to postpone recording. I'm like, I can't set up stuff, but if you guys want to set up my stuff and I show up and just play the guitar, I'm totally down. Because I don't know, I needed to get out of the house, and I just love playing. I normally just feel better just like noodling around playing guitar. So I did that a lot during the week. So that was cool. And yeah, the fucking entire album was pretty much done. Which is
Sweet.
cool.
That's cool though, man. It like sometimes going through something like that, when you don't have the option to just be super busy with everything all the time, makes you make an effort to do, spend your time on what actually means the most to you.
Yeah.
What's most important to you. So that's good. Good
Yeah, it's like
reminder.
you have a justification to not to do the things that you have to do. So now you can do the things that you want to do for a little while. It's the silver lining.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah, going back to Aftershock, because I told you guys I mentioned this. So I know I didn't do the podcast right after as I was really ill. That's why I couldn't make it the last time. I'm so sorry, guys. Made you guys all show up like an hour early, and then I ended up not making it.
Hey, I really appreciate that because I was like, why are we doing this early?
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing here?
But
It's all right, man.
I met with HANABIE, and that was really cool. Fucking the nicest management team ever, and the girls,
That's cool,
of
man.
course, were really friendly. And I got pictures with both of them. I don't know why they cut out one of the girls on here. No, Yukina. Yeah, they cut out
Oh.
Yukina. I don't. In the main pic
YouTube.
on Instagram, you can see all of them, but it's funny. So
Doesn't
wasn't
when
sure-
you click the photo, doesn't it get wider? Click it. Oh.
no, it doesn't. I don't know why. That's what I
It
thought
turns
too.
blue. It's magic.
It
I've never seen that
blue.
happen before.
I don't know what is going on. But anyways, so there's a cool story about this though. Like I got to actually sit there and talk with them, which was awesome. So we're sitting there talking, laughing about things. I showed them like the video they sent me with the old drummer. I forgot her name. I feel so bad. But the first drummer, the original one. So they were laughing, and then the drummer was giving me crap. She's like, "Well, I'm the drummer now," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know you're the drummer now." And then we were joking about that, and they were laughing at the video, and
Were
we
you
were just
like, so you record a video now?
yeah. So we were like reminiscing, which was cool. Like,
Awesome, man.
if they knew who we were, like they're like, when I showed them the video, they got so excited, and then they were like, took my phone, showed the manager and everything, and I talked to Kenny, their manager, and the rest of the crew, and
Because they didn't realize who you were initially, right?
yeah, they
Then
did
they
it.
realized it. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed them the video. I'm like, damn, maybe I look way different. It was an old video too. It was pretty while ago. But once I showed them that, they're like, oh, and then of course they're wondering where Eric was. But yeah, it was really cool. And then so talked with them, talked with their management for a while. We're hoping to set up some cool things in the future. We'll let you know, guys, as things progress. But it was awesome that they were so willing to chill and just like talk and have a conversation, you know. And
Nice.
also, this was my first test not to say no to drinking because they were like, "Hey, you want to drink?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry."
Oh my god,
I'm
that's a
so
big
proud of
move
you,
right
man.
there. Yeah.
Don't apologize.
I got
Because
offered
I think I would have taken anything they offered me at that moment.
No, I said no. I got offered so many drinks while I was there. The bartender was getting so mad at me because I was like, "Oh, just 2 bottles of water." They're like, "You mean Jack and Coke?" I'm like, "I fucking love a Jack and Coke," but no, just water.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
you should feel
give
pride
yourself
in that.
credit for that.
But yeah, it was funny because a lot of people. My sister was with me, and she's like, "You better be careful when you go in there." I'm like, "No, I'll be fine." So, but it was
That's
pretty
awesome,
fun.
man.
If they
It was
were like,
pretty cool.
do this meth, I would have been like, if you're doing it, I'm
All
doing
right.
it. guys.
Yeah. No, but it was awesome just sitting there, being able to joke with them. There was, yeah, it was just a great time, guys. It was really
That's
cool,
awesome,
just
dude.
meeting everybody, and it was the thing is like even with the baby metal experience too was the same way, like very talkative, willing to have a whole conversation. You know, I gotta say, like, just both of their management teams very similar in style, where they're very loose in person. I know, like, with baby metal management, of course, on the outside, you can't get anything posted and stuff like that. But when you're there with them, they have a conversation with you. Like, they'll sit there, respectful, talk back and forth. Like, it's crazy.
That's cool to know, man. Because you would think they wouldn't want to talk about shit. Like, no, we don't talk about things. But that's just
No.
neat to know that they're not just like shutting everything off from everything. It's just they got a certain way they want to do things, and if you're there, they're willing to talk. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And with
it's
baby
hard-
metal, I was just more starstruck. I couldn't say a fucking word. So.
Dude, I okay, good.
Imagine.
Because I was like, it sounded like you were handling it really well, and I was like, dude, I just turned into a freaking idiot when
I learned my lesson from the baby metal one, unfortunately. And with the HANABIE, I made sure I talked. I was like,
Yeah.
I went up, introduced myself and everything. Like baby metal, I was just like, thank you. But I was like, I learned my lesson after that. The cool thing with baby metal one though is that I got to talk with Koba because I didn't know it was Koba. but
yeah,
that-
there was none of that nervousness there.
Yeah, it's great if you don't know who the person is. But
Yeah, I'll do it.
forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and then with the HANABIE concert, I don't know if I talked about this yet. Yeah, because I think I was ill for that Sunday when I was gonna talk about. I went saw them in Iowa, and that was insane being that close to them. So, and then having like Yukina like leaning on my shoulder to like scream at everybody was fucking wild. I wish I could have filmed that, but then she went and did the crowd surfing and
Wait,
everything.
what happened?
At the Iowa concert, like Yukino was like leaning on my shoulder, like she did that with me and some other one. So, which I was just like in shock. I'm like, is this really happening? And then she does like a crowd surf. She weighs like 2 pounds, I swear. But it went really like everything was respectful. They actually like crowd surfed her back. They have like a whole security thing that was on the side of the stage for that. I did a whole video on that. If you guys want to check out, talk about a little bit more details because I'm probably forgetting some things. The crazy thing though with them is they ran off stage. Like right when they're done, they are gone. They're like immediately disappear. So, they're definitely have a lot of fans like following them and trying to take pictures and stuff. Like the Fox Lake guys mentioned in an interview. And you could definitely tell that was a thing because they were like immediately get on stage, get off. But the cool thing was they would film the other bands and take pictures. And then like the Fox Lake guy says, like it's crazy that they went on stage and did a song with them. So everything I saw in Iowa where like that one band, Dropout Kings, where the singer went out and sung with the opening act, which I thought was really nice of him to do, to like prep up, because as an opening act for those tours, it kind of sucks. Nobody wants you there. Nobody's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like they don't want you there at all,
That's true.
and they're like kind of just like, come on, hurry up, get to the thing, and it was just cool that they integrated them as part of the show.
Yeah.
They went in there and supported it. And then that was awesome with Masudi and Yukina. They went up there to watch them, also the opening act, and I thought that was really respectful of them to do. All the bands did that too. Fox Lake, Dropout Kings, they all were super supportive of each other. And I'm happy to see that with American bands also. It's not just Japanese band doing it.
Sure.
It's the other bands. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with them seeing them do it, which is a positive kind of downfall for everybody else. But when I met Dropout Kings, they're super friendly too. So they chose like really good bands for this. And it was cool to see that they were actually fans of these bands. But
Cool, man.
anyways, that's all I
Rising
gotta say
tide.
about that. Yeah, exactly. The rising tide, definitely. So that was a really awesome thing to see.
Cool.
Sweet.
Okay. Wave.
Wait, what was the question?
Your week, man. How you been? And Alan took like the first hour for he's been gone
I'm
for
sorry.
a while.
Hey, you said to mention all this stuff.
Hey, yeah, we had to
We're
have
still on our introductions.
we had to have him talk about it before he died.
Yeah. All right. I am now dying.
Just do
I'm
it
going
quietly.
silent.
All right. My week was good. Yesterday I had a 16-hour wedding because it was
Oof.
2 hours away and we had to be there early in the morning and then stayed till late, and it wasn't far enough away for our contract where we get hotel rooms.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
had to drive home the same day. Anyway, it was like a super long day and I'm super tired. But my week, I guess, was way better than Alan's. I wrote a couple new songs,
Nice.
and which I'm really excited about because I've been having a lot of writer's block lately. I think I talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but I don't know, lacking inspiration and stuff. But
Sure.
this week I finally had a breakthrough, so I'm excited about that.
It's good news.
What
man.
do you have the writer's block on? Is it with the actual music writing or the
No,
lyrics?
Lyrics.
Yeah, that's me too.
Just-
I've been
just-
sucking with lyrics lately.
Just go to
and
AI,
melodies.
dude. Fuck it. About
No,
this, give me some lyrics.
it's not time to give up yet, man.
Make
Not
adjustments. You
yet.
make adjustments to it. You can tweak it.
Hey, Wave, you put out that video about the pop lyrics, just use, it's not that hard. Come on.
Yeah.
I almost got offended by your video, too. I'm like, you brought up
Good.
Oasis. I was like, wait a second, Oasis. But
Hey.
you got the joke, though, because he's high. That's why he's running down the hall faster than Campbell. But anyways,
Oh, yeah.
it was a
Dude,
great video, by the way. Check that out by Wave. It's hilarious.
Oh, thanks. So every morning, Rosie makes me a ticket. Right? She got this pad of tickets where she writes out all my to-do list for the day. There's a column for work and a column for home, So it's like
Yeah.
in the home one, it says walk and then cat litter or whatever chores I have. And then the work one, she asks me every morning, okay, what do you need to get done today? And we'll make a list of like 4 or 5 things I need to get done. And then by the end of the day, I've gotten like 5 things done that weren't on that list, and maybe one of those things that were on the list.
Yeah.
And like it never. What I'm saying is, my productivity is so random, and I suck at plans and following lists.
Do you just
Anyway.
did you just not look at the list after she makes it, or do you look at it and actively decide, you
I'm
know
not
what,
doing
fuck
that.
that, I'm doing something
I'm not
else.
doing that.
Well, kinda.
Rosie's
Except
in the
not-
chat, man.
That's not the same mindset I have. It's more like, okay, I'm gonna start this, and then I go on my computer, I open whatever it is I need to do it, and then I'm like, oh wait, I should do this,
Yeah.
or like I think of an idea, and then I go to that instead.
So next time, just go back to your list and write bonus work and write all that stuff down and check it all off. Like, fuck yeah, I got done extra shit.
Yes.
Now
I
gotta
think
get
she
the real
should.
list.
I think she should start giving you grades on this stuff, man. I think she should start giving you like if you don't do something, you should get an incomplete on that assignment,
If
and,
Rosie,
and
if
you should have to stay after school tomorrow.
I'm gonna fail out
Rosie-
of life.
Rosie, if he goes away to work on the list, you don't see him for an hour or so, just go check on him. You probably need to give him a smack on the head. Be like, hey, focus, get
No,
back to the list.
she
I know you're
wa-
working on something else.
She wants me to leave because the whole reason that I got this headset was so I could work in the living room. Because
Yeah.
I'm sick of coming out to the garage because I have to bring my laptop out
Wow.
from the house to the garage to do work. Which is like there's a whole setup of wires and stuff I need to move every day. And so I started working in the house
Get some more
with
wires, man.
whatever I could. And she's like, just leave.
Get
'Cause
out
she
of
wants to, have the house to herself. So anyway, yeah, that's I just got used to being in there after I got sick,
here.
so
Yeah.
I was like, actually, this is pretty nice. And anyway,
See what,
What was
I've
I
always
talking
found.
about?
I always found that like if
I
you
don't
have
know.
everything set up ahead of time, you're more opted to do it. So I have like
yeah,
a mini easy setup in my living room and then an easy setup in here. Like literally, I have an extra Mac plug over there just so I can put on the stand-up desk and bam work while standing and then come back over here.
Dude,
I
you're
got-
so right though about that because
Yeah,
I use my entertainment system is the same as my work system, right? So I have to
Nice.
switch. No, it's terrible.
Oh.
So I have to switch everything every time I want to do the other thing, right? So like I have to change out all of my wires and plugs, and the amount of times that I've just been like, I don't feel like doing the setup. It like completely kills my my want to do that stuff anymore. You know, like if it was already there, I'd just sit down and start working. But you're telling me I got to spend fucking 20 minutes doing this just to
So,
start working? No. Fuck.
The issue with Champ and Wave is laziness.
Yes. Well, for me, at least.
You don't feel like
Well,
changing
okay.
wires. Come on.
Pure
man.
unadulterated laziness.
So no, okay, I'm a workaholic, and that's the problem. Every time I think of an idea, I have to focus on that 100%, and I get so dedicated and so like this is my life now, and I'll start working on that and forget about everything else.
That's how
So
I am.
okay, the conversation of me
like
telling you
tunnel
my
vision.
week went exactly the way my life goes. By the end, I didn't know what the heck I was talking about
We're
anymore
talking about
because
Champ not wanting to change his fucking wiring over.
it's such a stream of consciousness. What
Yeah.
the real lesson here is I need to get on ADHD medication.
Rosie is not working as your ADHD medication,
No.
unfortunately.
Wait, do you have
You need
ADHD?
Rosie and ADHD
Yeah,
medication.
well, I was diagnosed with it when I was younger, but I didn't like the way I felt when I was on meds,
Yeah, I didn't either.
so I got off of them, and now it's like maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, my week was good.
There you
Good.
go.
How about you, champ?
Champ.
It was fine, man. Like I started a different job, which I am not keeping. So I'm actively
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Hey,
that's exciting.
No, yeah, not at all, right? Like I started another job, but it's just a job. It's like a temp job, and I'm actively searching for new jobs that are gonna pay me a lot more money than what I'm making right now. So I've had like 3 interviews this week, like Zoom interviews or whatever. I gotta tell you guys, if you're ever looking for a job, Indeed.com is actually like awesome. Like people just email you. Like I just put my resume on there and they just email, hey, you think you want this job? And I'm like, sure, give me a call. And then they call you and they're just like, okay, well, it like all
Indeed.
happens.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah, please sponsor us, Indeed.
This
Yeah.
podcast.
So Champ doesn't have to go work a job.
Yeah, I like
Right.
that would be fantastic. Please, I don't need you anymore. Indeed, after you sponsor us,
Maybe-
We'll
We'll
tell other people to go check you out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. But that takes, dude. It's been so long since I've looked for a job. It's literally been like 15 years since I've looked for a job. And the amount of time that it actually requires throughout the course of your day, like responding to emails, constantly updating the things that people are searching for, and then having these conversations with people and never knowing when they're going to happen, and then writing cover letters and sending them out to other businesses. All this shit, bro. It's like a full-time job. So now I'm working 2 full-time jobs, and neither of them is YouTube, and it sucks. But it is what it is. So I'm hoping that, like, within the next few weeks, I find like a different job. Right now, the one that I was just offered was like a nice solid paycheck, but it was from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh God.
Like, could you imagine working those hours?
Oh,
And
did
there
we
was
lose
Uh,
what the hell just
what?
happened?
did something happen? I don't think anything happened, buddy.
Oh, maybe it's just my end.
I think the sickness is just getting to you, man.
Alex in
Everybody
another
just
word.
froze. Everyone just froze on me. I'm like, what the fuck?
But no, it's been a pain in the ass. But like, at some point, I'm gonna fucking take the one of these jobs, and then start doing YouTube again. But like right now, I'm just doing Guys and Guys, right? Like I haven't done anything on my channel. I put my Patreon on break for the month, just so I could like spend all my time actually doing this. And then, so I finally am doing it this week. This week has been the busiest of the weeks trying to do this. But I'm, hopefully it'll be over soon and get back to the regular recording and streaming that I actually want to be doing.
Hey, YouTube's hard, man. It's a hard thing to do, for sure, to keep up and pay bills. That's why I had to take this job recently.
Yeah, right.
Go on tour and stuff. So I feel you.
Yeah, that's why I do weddings. Otherwise, I'd be like, screw that.
Right, like when I started doing YouTube, I had a full-time job and I was getting home by 5 every day, right? And I knew what my schedule was going to be all the time, right? So I was like, okay, I can allocate time for this every night. Or every other night or something like that, right? Like I could say, okay, 2-3 times a week, I could spend 3 hours on this, because I knew it was going to be the same every day. But when you're like when you're way less consistent of a schedule, like when you have way less of a consistent schedule, it's just so much harder to do that, which is why I just didn't even want to take any of people's money. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna have time to do this shit. Don't stop giving me your money, at least for a month, please. But yeah, that's
Speaking of money, Bill, thank you so much for the super chat. We
Oh
appreciate
my
it.
gosh.
Thank you for the $20.
Oh, did we just see that immediately forget?
Yeah, we've been conversating,
Bill.
man.
Yeah,
Thanks, Bill.
Bill, you're the man, bud.
We appreciate you, man.
So did we get to everybody's? Yeah. Wait,
I haven't talked yet.
Yeah, Ryan, you had a week too, right?
I did have a week.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, Ryan, you worked on some music too.
I did, yeah. Actually,
Oh, I checked that song out, actually. That
Yeah?
last one, right? I was
Yeah.
waiting for you to hate me for my comment.
What
What
was
did
the
you
comment?
say? Unremarkable.
about the mix. So
I
about
was
the
like,
mix.
I love it, but the mix.
No.
Okay.
That was
It
the
did
least
say-
surprising thing.
It did say first draft or something, didn't it?
Oh, it did? Oh, I
no,
thought it was
I
like
don't
a
know. I
final.
don't- Anyway,
Oh
so
no, that
I
was another one.
I liked your new song, though, by the way.
Thank you. So over last weekend, I got a text from Martine, who's running the open mic here in town at the Wild Rose Moon, and I haven't been there for a long time. I haven't been there as regularly as I used to. She said, "Would you like to come to the open mic? There's a spot open." I was like, "Sure." And to me, I'm like, I don't have anything new. Not that anybody there knows everything I play, but I just think I should add something new. So I And that same day, my son came home. He was just out for a walk. He's like, I want to walk down by the river and just, through the woods and shit. I was like, right on. So I come upstairs and I'm like, I saw he grab a guitar, start playing this melody. And I'm like, what are the chords for that? So I figure out the chords and immediately, like, lyrics started just happening. I'm like, oh, I guess I better write this down. So I start writing it down. I wrote the whole song probably within half hour, 45 minutes. And then later that night, I had the acoustic version recorded and up on YouTube. And then I was like, oh, I wonder what it would sound like with the whole band treatment. So I did that too. And that version will be out the 24th this month. It's going to go out on Spotify and streaming everywhere, plus 2 other instrumental songs I've done.
Nice.
So that's new. I finally got my shit together and put out some more music on Spotify that 8 people listen to a month, hopefully. Maybe we can get that up to 12, guys. We'll see what happens.
Double digits.
I'll listen this time, buddy. I'll add one more.
Thanks.
Dude.
But yeah, it was super fun. It got me writing again, and it's just gonna be fun to go back and perform. Talked to a local bass player, and he might be able to work out coming and jamming with me, so it'll be cool.
Hey Ryan, since you said the lyrics just started flowing out of you on this one,
Yeah.
and the other 2 guys and
Yes.
guys over here, we're talking about how they've had lyric blocks. What happened to you in that moment that just allowed that to happen?
Well, okay. I don't know, because the chords, I just played the chords, and then I was just thinking about, usually all my lyrics are kind of self-reflective or whatever. So Elliot was like, he's like, well, I just went, he just went for a walk just because he wanted to. But for me, it's like, sometimes I go for a walk. I just need to go and just kind of, just to have a minute to myself. And then, so it just kind of went into, somebody might go for a walk and down by the river, through the woods, whatever, just to get your mind clear, get your mind straight. And then just kind of went from there. And it's kind of more about past issues that a lot of people have had, that I've had, that, I think people can relate to. And I don't know. It's just it just worked. I mean, I've been writing music, like doing instrumentals and stuff, but I've been like forcing myself, not forcing, but like, I'll come up with the drum pattern, just come up with some guitar and stuff. But this is the first time I was like inspired to write some lyrics. That's why I've been doing instrumentals. There's nothing, I'm just jamming, and the music was based kind of around the lyrics. So
It's kind of magic the way it works when lyrics
Yeah.
just start flowing out, because like I don't always have lyric block, but I need a song to like have some type of importance to me. I don't,
sure.
so like nothing's ever good enough until I actually get that inspiration. But it's like you said, song almost writes itself once you get it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I'll write lyrics and it's like, that sucks. Like I don't like I'll change the whole order around. I'll mess with it for days. But that's rare. Usually the lyrics when they come out, that's kind of what they are.
Nice.
But so that was cool, man. It got me writing again. Some more releases. Did a live stream to where I had somebody pop on the live stream and they're like, "Oh, I'm glad I stopped by here." And I think it was Toronoko Rami was playing. They're like, "This is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. Glad you stopped by." And they're like, "Well, I wanted to talk about my band, but I'm just gonna hang out and listen to music." A lot of people live streams, they'll stop by and try and promote their band and stuff, and it's like whatever. Well, this dude hung around for like 2 hours, listening to music, and I'm like, "Have you ever heard of Band-Maid?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, guess what? Why don't you listen to this song called Dice?" Because he's like, "I'm a bass player." I'm like, "Here you go, buddy."
Oh,
Boom.
nice.
Blew his fucking mind. He's like, "Oh, this is great." I'm like, "All right, if you guys don't mind, we're going to listen to some more Band-Maid." So we went through, I think, there was one other one. I think maybe it was Moratorium and then like Manners and Black Hole. Dude is just sold. So that's cool,
awesome,
man. It was
man.
like I was doing Patreon requests, but we went on this tangent of just checking out some great Band-Maid music. So it was fun. And the next day he joined my Discord, joined me Record, and he's like, "I showed it to my band, they loved it." I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude. Awesome."
Sick. Spread the word. Spread the gospel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool.
So right on. I think that's about it for me.
True. Should we get into
So-
some news?
Sure.
News time.
Well, cool. Yeah, we'll move on to news. There's some stuff about Got Your Spin. There's a new single from them coming out called Baku Baku. It's coming out the 8th. No, November 8th.
Yes.
November 8th.
They got this cool behind the scenes video.
Right, there's a video they got up on YouTube, and it's the making of the jacket cover for the video for the single, and it shows you can see there Oreo's doing the arrangement. Angie's back there; she's taking some photos, so it's pretty cool. There's some people. I guess you can hear it on. Somebody has it on Reddit. I haven't listened to it. I'm gonna wait for the official release, but
How would that happen?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it, but from what they say, it sounds like a Got Spin. You know.
Really?
Which
I
is
never
good.
would have expected
I
that.
know. Imagine that. So
It's
that's
very
cool.
colorful.
Whoa. I wonder who made this pottery.
Yeah, the heart. I don't know.
It's like I've never seen pots like this before. Like Dr. Seuss coral.
It's a heart, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was a heart, like a human
Oh.
heart.
So okay, so it's the chambers of the heart.
Yeah, they're.
Oh my gosh.
And they're
I'm
sticking. For anybody just listening to this, they're sticking flowers in the arteries. It's a heart with
Aorta.
artery flowers.
Yeah. Somebody asked in the chat, why don't you mention the band name of the guy who joined my live stream? And the band name was Cigarette Vagina. Hey, look him up. I was like, really? Are you just trolling me right now? He's like, no, that's what it is. So anyway, a little call back to that. But I'm looking forward to hearing more stuff from Gotcha Spin. Great band.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Koei has been playing. Well, I don't know. I think they played their first show in Japan. A friend of the show, Derek Stevenson, was there, and he actually got to meet the girls from the band. I don't know if there was a photo I shared with in the chat. There we are. It's got Lisa and Kotono and Hazuki. But he said, it was a great show, very talented. This is a great show.
Nice.
I don't know their music. It seems. Has their newest EP come out yet? I don't know if it has or not. They put out a teaser, and you can hear a pretty good chunk of each song. And it seems like it's a little heavier than the first one. The first one was very pop oriented.
Who is
This
this?
stuff
Koei?
seems
Koei,
it's
yeah.
got a little more edge to it.
Lisa X Hatsuki.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think I've listened to them yet. You said
They-
it was Poppy, the first one?
Yeah. But this one has a lot more heavier stuff going on. Like they kind of because Lisa and Hazuki both they played heavier stuff initially.
Mm-hmm.
With
I'm
the singer,
excited
she's
to hear that.
yeah, it should be interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hatsuki's other band is metal.
Yeah.
You'd expect something heavy.
Yep.
I guess that, like they do play like pretty hard and fast music in their other stuff, right? So like maybe they
Yeah.
just want to
Lisa
take it
X is
down
a
a notch for a
shredder.
little while. Yeah, exactly. Like in her, just the Lisa X band or whatever. Like she goes wild, right? And then
Right.
Hazuki, we know what she's doing over with Nemo, right? She's the one from Nemophila. No,
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hazuki, yeah.
Yeah. She's fucking nasty too. She's one of my favorite guitarists out there right now, actually.
She's awesome. Speaking of Nemophila, they just released an official live of their Zen performance from Tokyo
Oh.
Garden Theater.
That was cool.
That song is a beast of a song, man. It's just relentless. So I haven't actually watched it yet. I need to go check it out.
Dude, I actually watched it. I usually don't because I'm like I don't want to spoil my reaction, but
Yeah.
I got sucked in because they just look so BA.
Yeah. This is one of the pros to taking a month off of YouTube. I've actually been able to just click on whatever I feel like clicking on now.
Just watch it.
right? Yeah, so I watched this also cuz like I wasn't like, "Oh my god, I got to save this for stream. I can't watch it right now." I just
Yeah.
fucking clicked on it and I was like cuz they didn't play Zen when I went to see them, bro. Like they
Right.
didn't play this live. I didn't realize that they did play this song live at all. You know, because this is the one that she screams the entire time. and
Yeah,
I
the
figured it
whole
would be
time.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured they probably don't play this one live because they're just she's trying to save her voice for the rest of the show or whatever. So as soon as I saw that clip, I was like, oh, this is gonna be sick. And damn it, dude, it was sick. Like,
Yeah, it was.
Weird.
The mix was really great too. Like
Yeah.
it sounded powerful.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite songs off their last release.
And it's interesting. It's kind of like a stoner metal song. Like it's just kind of like it really relies heavily on that. Da na 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 da da. Well, it does that riff like almost the whole song. Like there's like, and then
It's a little fast
until
paced
the
for story.
breakdown. Well, that's what I was about to say. Actually, I was about to say like it's set up like the structure of the song reminds me of something like Clutch, but then the speed that they're playing at is like heavy metal straight up, right?
Sure, yeah.
And she just screams out. But I love when they went into that breakdown, like, because I love the breakdown originally, but when they went into the live, it was magnificent. I wanted to be there so bad because that is the perfect headbang moment right there.
Yeah, and the drums in that part too. The halftime shift, they're so sick.
It's their only song that sounds like that too. They don't have any other music that sounds like that, like in that vein.
Well,
So
imagine
dig
Yukina
it.
singing that song, dude. She did it with them live on one of the shows they played together.
What?
Yukina came out and fucking
No
sang
way.
that song with them. How awesome would
Really?
that be? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was in Japan. There's no goddamn footage of it.
Oh no!
Like, I want to hear that
It's-
so bad.
It's floating out there with
It's a
the
special
other Band-Maid
special
songs we
moment
haven't
for
heard.
whoever was there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's special, but you know, fuck them. 'Cause I wasn't there.
Good for you, jerks.
Yeah, exactly.
So I felt about Alan meeting Hanabie. Yeah, it's good for you,
Oh
jerk
yeah,
face.
I love that. Your guys' response to Alan sending that was just like, what was it?
You bastard.
Oh yeah.
Good for you, you bastard. About you meeting Hanabie, Alan.
Yeah,
I was so
Just
happy for you.
instant Rage.
that's
Hanabie.
normally the comment I always get.
Right.
Jealous.
Yeah, there's a pretty popular meme that's been going around Twitter for the last month, which is just like, I'm super happy for you that you got to do this thing that you love, but I hate you because I wasn't there. And this is exactly how I feel about all of this.
Sure,
Someday, champ, you're gonna be the one in the
Well,
field.
Never mind.
In the field.
Honestly, I feel pretty good about the people that I got to meet while I was playing in bands. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I've built up enough that I'm not that jealous of you guys. But it depends on how many more you meet before I do.
And then Alan ends up on an airplane with your all-time favorite band.
Fucking, I forgot about that.
Oh
dude.
yeah, we barely even talked
Bro,
about that.
yeah. So I'm getting on the fucking plane to head back, and as I'm walking up, I double take to my right because I see the nose ring, right? And like
Oh, Slash?
Instantly, I'm like, oh, that's fucking Slash. I don't know. And I saw the hair, and he had the cap on, and like, a part of me wanted to be like, hey, are you Slash?
Right.
But I was like, I didn't though. You could tell he just didn't want to be fucking
You didn't want to
bothered.
get kicked off.
And then I
Yeah.
started seeing the rest of the members on the fucking plane, and I'm like, "What is going on?" So I sit down, and I'm telling the guy, I'm like, "Did you know fucking Slash is up there?" And like, front, he's like, "Really?" He's like, "From Guns N' Roses?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then somebody in front, he's like, "Yeah, my friend just texted me saying that the band's in the front." So just riding first class.
Was Axel there?
I guess he can't afford the private jet anymore. But
Yeah.
but it was
They've
crazy
moved
because
down in the world to first class.
Right.
Often doesn't happen.
yeah, it was wild. I gotta say something about that show.
What?
What show?
Champ, don't go watch Guns N' Roses now because
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing that shit either.
they slowed down the songs for Axl to keep up.
And then
And-
did they tune down some shit too?
I don't know, but it sounded like an older gentleman in his late 90s trying to sing.
Axel's not a gentleman, I
He
promise.
looks like the mom from
I was trying to be
Goonies.
fucking nice, okay? I was trying to be nice.
I know. The mom from Goonies.
Dude, that's like. Have you seen that recent footage of Bon Jovi singing?
I felt bad, dude. I felt so bad. There was a couple songs that were pretty good, like Mr. Brownstone. I was like, hell yeah, that's pretty decent. But he did the most unique version of November Rain I have ever heard in my life.
Dude,
You're being so nice.
Yeah,
that's
why
why
are you
you,
being so
why
nice?
you can't
I'm trying-
write
I'm trying
music
really
that's out of
hard.
your range when
Because
you're
they played
young.
with, they played with Band-Maid recently,
Okay,
so we don't want to shit on them completely.
Well, okay, I'll tell you my real comments in a second if you want. But but my sister and I, we just looked at each other because my sister loves Guns N' Roses, and we're just like, I think it's time to go. Like,
Wow.
I was like, I
Don't want to
don't,
ruin my memories any further.
dude. They did a Velvet exactly Ryan, that's seriously what we thought. We're like, I don't want to remember them like this. Like, this is not what I want to remember them for, you know? But I also felt bad because you could tell, like, I don't know if he's, like, turned over a new leaf or something, you know? You could tell he's, like, running on stage. He's older now, you know? But it was like, bro, stop fucking running. Just stand there and sing.
You can't breathe.
You can't. You're gonna. Yeah, I was like, you're gonna need a respirator in any moment now.
You gotta do what Ozzy does. Like now, when Ozzy goes on stage, he literally doesn't move. He just stands straight there.
Yeah,
the whole
at
time.
least when I saw Black Sabbath, when the original lineup came together for Ozfest a long time ago, like he would walk slowly across the stage and back, you know, which was good. No, Axl was trying to run, dude, and credit to him for trying. But I was like, dude, just stand there and sing. You'll probably be so much better. Because, like, it started off really horrible, and then some of the songs were okay. Velvet Revolver, they should just drop that fucking song.
Why? I'm so surprised they did that, dude. That's like, I'm surprised
why
Axl would be
would-
like, yeah, let's do that.
Why would you think he could sound like Scott Weiland now? Like that's
Dude,
crazy.
it was horrible. It was fucking awful. Like, and
Here's a song my band did when I was being a dick. Like, why would they do that?
that's why I think, like, he turned over like a new leaf. Like, he's trying to be respectful. It's probably like one of their favorite Velvet Revolver songs. And
Then
he's
let
probably
me-
being like, he's probably thinking I'm being a nice guy. Like, yeah, let's play that song.
He's like, well, they didn't just hire Miles Kennedy to sing all these properly, so I guess I'll just go ahead and do one of these other songs.
Guys,
I will say this: as bad as you're saying that they were, and I completely believe it. Okay, I remember when they came back for Chinese Democracy, like what, 12 years ago or some shit like that, and
they
did
did
like
Chinese Democracy also, by the way.
I'm
Yeah,
not
what the
surprised
fuck,
by that.
dude? And they
But,
did like 3 or 4 covers.
when they came back at that point, which was already like a decade and a half ago or whatever, and they did like a show on the MTV Music Awards, it was just the worst. I remember Axl came out, he had box braids in his hair, and it was just the worst thing ever. But I just recently went back and watched a performance of them from like 1991, and it was still pretty shitty. Like his voice is just not
him live was
great
never-
for live. Yeah.
So
So
Robert
now
Plant
he
sang better
he's-
live than Axl
Was
Rose.
he ever good live?
Not really.
Is that why he didn't want to show
It's
up
studio
on time?
magic, dude.
Yeah, he's got
I
a
saw-
great recorded voice, you know, but when he tries to do it live, he can't do the same
How many
thing.
takes did he
Can't
do
hold
for
the
the
notes.
recorded ones? Because back then you couldn't really like do studio magic.
Probably a
much.
lot.
Well, yeah, a lot. Or you don't have to sing it as intensely if you're in a studio. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was like I just watched. It was a performance of Welcome to the Jungle, and like he was out of breath like between
Bro.
every
Bro.
song, every line. You know,
They slowed "Welcome to the Jungle" to like at least 20
Dun, dun,
BPMs
dun,
lower.
dun, dun, dun,
It was
dun,
so
dun.
bad. It was so fucking
Turned it
bad.
into grindcore.
I'm sorry. Like I said, it was just I just remember looking over at my sister Melissa and we were just like, "What is this?" And she's like, She's like, "I kind of want to leave. I don't want this to be ruined for me." And then like a classic
Sad.
came on. It was "Sweet Child of Mine," and that was pretty decent. Again, they played it a lot slower, but it was pretty decent. And
it's
we're like,
already
okay.
a pretty slow song.
I was like, okay, let's check this out. And then they did November Rain, and we're just like cringing the whole time. Like,
Wow.
I just
Did the instruments sound good? Like were the rest of the band okay?
okay. They were pretty good. They're pretty
Pretty
good, but I was really mad that Slash was botching some of the classic solos.
Oh no!
Because you expect certain notes, right? When you've heard a song like November Rain so many times, you expect
Especially that
those-
fucking solo, man.
I know, like iconic bends, but he would do the iconic bend and do this run in between. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want the singing fucking solo that you wrote for the album.
I hate it. I hate that.
I will say that is something that he's kind of always done. That's not new to Slash.
I know every guitarist does it, but like my theory is this. You always keep the memorable parts of the solo the way they were from the album, and in the parts where aren't so memorable, it's fine to do the improv, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah,
not in between, like you're made like, and then I'm like, no, why would you do that?
Dude, Alan,
So when you saw him on the plane, you should have been like, you guys, you kind of suck.
convinced that every time he goes on one of
This
those
is why they're in
new-
first class now. Just kidding.
This is why they're all the way down to first
anymore.
class.
You don't play your solos right, you don't get a private jet. Period. No, but Alan, I'm convinced every time he goes on one of those solo runs that you're talking about, it's because he hit a wrong note right before that, and he's trying to make up for the wrong note that he just hit.
Oh no!
Like,
Yeah,
I
with all
don't-
the ad libs chromatic.
Yeah, I don't know that this was unintentional.
Did it sound like Nick
I mean,
Jonas's
that it was
guitar
intentional.
solo?
I mean, I don't blame him for that. Like, I do the same kind of thing. Like, if you mess up solo, yeah, that's the classic thing to do. You just bend to the right note.
But he
or-
messes up a lot, so it sounds
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah,
Dude,
certain songs you can't do that with the solo. You
I
want
agree.
to try to nail it, you know.
Was his hair in his eyes?
His hair's always in
Yeah.
his eyes. Maybe that's why he can't fucking see his guitar. Which maybe good credit. More credit to him.
And he's wearing the sunglasses too, and even at night.
I had to watch Guns N' Roses, so it was on the last day, and I had to watch them because I'm like, I'm probably never ever gonna see them again, you know. And I was like,
Now you hope you never see him again. It's ironic.
I was just like,
Sad.
you know, compared to Avenged Sevenfold, oh my god, they fucking slaughtered. They were better than the Nashville one. Like M Shadows was on fucking point. It was so impressive. I'm like, holy shit. Like they were good in Nashville, but you could tell there's some things with the vocals here and there, but it was still great. But man, that was by far my favorite show of the entire Aftershock. They just fucking killed it.
You know what's funny
dude.
about that? Those two bands that you
Killed
just
it.
mentioned, like I feel like the two vocalists are the most similar to each other. out
I
of
know,
anybody
I
else.
know people say that, but damn, go see Avenged Sevenfold over Guns N' Roses, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
would've.
I'm actually that's a compliment to Avenged Sevenfold because
Yeah.
like, they are doing like a similar vocal style that
They
Axel's
play the
doing, but he
solos
is
right.
actually able to do it. Yeah.
M Shadows uses proper technique, so he's not blowing his
But they're
voice out.
iconic solos. They don't fuck around with them. They play them like they're
Oh.
played, and I'm like, yes, like it's still for me. It's like really nostalgic, you know.
Yeah.
Your backcountry come on, and you're like, you want the solo to sound the way that it sounds in that because it's so iconic. Like they have so
is.
many iconic solos in their songs. And yeah, it's just,
I love
don't
that
know.
solo so much.
dude.
I love that song so much.
They played the stage. Also, the stage was so fucking good. Their drummer is just a fucking beast, Brooks. It was great, guys. It was. Avenged Sevenfold, definitely recommend seeing them live. But they killed it at Aftershock. It was just something special about that show. It was really, really good.
Cool, man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How about an old band that plays their music right, man? Ninganisu
Oh yeah.
have a new music video out on from the 6th of this month. Farewell to the World. Check it out on a live stream. It's pretty awesome, pretty epic. I don't know if you guys know much about them, but they've been around a long time, and they're still kicking ass. They didn't stray too far from what they're known for, but that's what's great, dude. They sound like
older dudes,
Black
right?
Sabbath would have just stayed together and not like fed into the whole 80s sound bullshit. This is what they would have sounded like. It's just damn good metal 3-piece awesomeness.
Yeah, dude.
So check out Ninganisu.
That old SG is so sexy too.
Oh yeah,
Look at
Shinji
them. They're
Wajima.
having
His
fun.
playing's always great. It sounds simplistic, but then you try and learn some of it. You're like, oh goddamn, that's different.
I gotta say, man, that was a killer segue.
Thank you very much. I'm trying. And I
Now
have
he
no,
knows the segue.
I got no segue for this because the next is passcode, which has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. But they got a new video
Another new video,
for
really?
clouds across the moon from their Reverberate tour from Zep Shinjuku.
Oh, sick! I want to listen to this. They have been promoting Groundswell heavily, like more heavy than I've seen Passcode promote their music ever before.
I
So
think
this
everything
is
I've
pretty
heard off of this, I got a Patreon member who actually requests a lot of passcode, and I've been liking probably the last 3 or 4 songs. I've liked every one of them. They're really good.
cool. Do you think they've toned down the Uber like transition changes?
A little bit, and it's a little heavier, but they still. I mean, there's still the synths are in there. I'm constantly bitching about that. Like without that, I'd love this song.
You don't like the synths? I feel like
No,
that's a big.
no.
It's like such a huge part of the song.
I know
It's
that's
usually where the main
my
riff
issue
comes
with
from.
But yeah, it's good stuff, man. Fate Gear, they got a new single coming out, Winds of Fall, featuring Kokomi. It'll also have another song, Nocturnal Moon, on it, and an alternative version of Winds of Fall with Nana from Gungire on vocals. So they have
Nice.
2 versions of the same song with 2 different singers. It's kind of odd. It's kind of cool. Should be
That
very
is
different vocal
super weird.
performances.
What the hell? Interesting. I'm intrigued by it though.
We got to mention Baby Metal too. They're going to be performing at the Sick New World Festival, April 27th
Is that
next year.
Is that like Daria's concert?
What? No.
Wasn't that the name of the show in Daria?
Oh, I don't think
What's
so. But
Daria?
No, it's not
Did
about-
nobody
yeah.
watch Daria? Am I
Wait,
alone in
what's-
this?
I know what you're talking about. Nobody
What?
gives a fuck about Daria.
Bro, that is pure hate.
I'd never
One of the
heard of
great cartoons. It's a Beavis and Butthead spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this,
I mean,
this
the
show.
lack of respect for Daria is just driving me crazy right now. But okay, you can keep going.
Anyway, the lineup is basically my high school CD collection.
That's a cool font.
You got System of Down, Alice in Chains, The Perfect Circle, Primus, Ginger, Power and 5000.
Wow.
Philippi's going to be there, and Baby Metal's going to be playing that too. So that's
Dude,
pretty cool, man.
System of a Down still plays together?
I guess. I mean, I just read a thing about. I watched a couple videos of them, and the band's basically like, Surge doesn't want to do shit. That's why we're not doing shit.
But they
But
still
then I
play live
guess
shows?
they must have paid him enough to do this.
Dude, sweet.
That's a crazy show.
That's crazy. I want to go to that so bad, man.
It'd be a pretty kick-ass show. I
So-
mean, really, other than ones I listed, I didn't know a lot of them.
Imagine
Hey, while
that.
we're on festivals, I forgot about a performance I got to tell you guys about because I saw a band finally that I have never seen because they came out when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit. I finally saw them.
No
live,
way.
Yeah.
and it was fucking great. And you know what's hilarious about it? He dressed up as a fucking cowboy, called it cowboy new metal, and was like singing the songs with a fucking country accent. It was fucking hilarious. It was so hilarious. It was funny as fuck.
He was just satiring himself.
Yes, it was so great. It was like they did break stuff, right? With a fucking country accent. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. I was like, I love this. I want a record of this.
That is funny.
He fucking was doing square dancing during like certain parts of the song.
What
It was just,
the
dude, guys, if you were there, Ryan, you changed your mind. I'm telling you, you'd
Is
be
he-
like, this is fucking hilarious.
Is he
'Cause,
trying
like,
to make up for Woodstock 99?
He mentions that. He makes a joke about Woodstock 99, but
Oh,
he just
there he
doesn't give a
is.
he doesn't give a fuck, dude. Like I think him not caring and just having a good time made it so fun. Like they're smiling the whole time, they're just having a good time, and like he brought a little kid on stage at one point, had him sing one of the lyrics, and it was hilarious because the kid like froze up.
it was a whole
then-
production. They had
Bring
like
your fucking face
yeah,
tonight.
look, the
Thanks,
whole
buddy.
thing is that it says new metal cowboy in the background.
Yeah, I know,
And there's
dude.
American flags all over the place.
Yeah, it's fucking
That's
hilarious, dude. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
I support it. They went gimmicks, bro. They've been watching J Metal and they went,
Dude,
we need a
it's-
gimmick.
I can't remember the interview with Fred Durst, but if you saw this, I can't remember. I'm not gonna quote exactly, but Fred Durst had the plan for Limp Bizkit to be the way it was. It was supposed to be like a joke, but like catchy songs kind of vibe. Like they were like doing that as a certain way. So the fact that it came out like this was just fucking hilarious. He's like, oh, let's just change our whole entire persona up. So
Yeah.
like they're all dressed up different. Like West Borland is like a country, like the I don't know what you'd call like one of those I forget the name of it. I gotta ask my wife about it, but like Mexican countryside dress up kind of thing. So like they all went with that theme. It was cool. It was really
I feel
cool.
like I kind of feel like they just stole Kid Rock's gimmick, but you got to do something, I guess, right?
It was funny though. It was so hilarious. And the cool thing was like at the end of the set, they were like, "Hey guys, we're not supposed to do this, but we're gonna play break stuff again." And then they did it the proper way.
Yeah,
Hey, that's actually a cool
that's
idea.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
support this entirely.
Repurpose.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that, dude. That's interesting. They would do that.
Yeah, and then the way they treats the crowd and stuff, it was really cool. It was like I said, I was too young to like go see them live when I was younger, so this was my first time ever seeing them. So part of it kind of sucks because I'll never see the old school days, but I mean it was badass. But he does make like a pass at the whole Woodstock '99. He says about Wimmer. I can't remember his first name, but Wimmer, he makes it. He's like, yeah, this festival's set up properly or whatever, something like that. He makes a joke. Yeah.
Nice.
So David Wimmer? Is that
Danny
his name?
Wimmer. Thank
Danny
you,
Wimmer. Yeah, Danny Wimmer.
Yeah, that dude. Everything he does is a fucking nightmare. It's like, why do people give him money to do things? I don't understand.
Wait,
that.
who?
Danny Wimmer, the guy who sets up the Woodstock or whatever.
No. He wasn't the Woodstock guy. He was saying how Danny Wimmer did a great job compared to the person who did Woodstock 99.
Oh, he set up this. Okay, this.
Yeah,
show.
yeah. No,
Okay.
Danny Wimmer's festival is set up immaculate.
okay. My
it's
bad.
Perfect. Yeah. So that was the joke. No, I don't know the original
Aftershock,
guy's
okay.
name for Woodstock. I don't know what his name is, but there's a
can't
little
either. That's why I
documentary
assume that's
about
what
it.
was. Yeah, there's a couple because they're fucking nightmares every time. End up
Yeah.
in like riots and fires and.
Wasn't Woodstock
Danny
set
Wimmer's
up,
great though.
set up by a bunch of bigwigs who didn't care about music? And
No, it's like
that's,
two guys. It's like
no
two
one-
guys.
Really?
Who, yeah, they don't have any idea what the fuck they're doing, but they do it anyway.
And they had the biggest crowd of like the entire 4 days. It was
Yeah.
insane how many fucking people were there. It was so crazy.
Do you think they're gonna get popular again, like in the mainstream, because of this change?
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
listen,
know.
listen. I brought this up last week, but Sum 41, Blink-182, NSYNC, all back making new music and being played on the radio. Limp Bizkit might be able to do the same fucking thing, right? Like if all these nostalgia bands are coming back, it's pretty crazy. So I'd love to see a comeback from Limp Bizkit. They're from like the same time period as
Yeah.
all these other groups.
And you know what's funny about it is it started a new genre of music called dad rock.
True.
Well, if you
What
remember,
started a new genre?
Limp
Like all
Bizkit,
these nostalgia bands coming back. Now, like Blink-182 is considered dad rock.
well, Wave, did you know that like when Limp Bizkit came back, they made a song called like Dad Rock.
They
Like,
did?
yeah, or something like that. It's about being like too old to do the music anymore or whatever. That was like their first single when they came back.
So
I'll
funny.
look it up right now.
I just watched a video of this Anthony Fontano. And he did a tier list of all the Limp Bizkit albums, like all of them, and it was all like D, E, and F. It's like this was probably the best. I'm gonna put this in D.
That's hilarious.
Hater. Pure hater.
Yeah, hater.
Dude, they're not.
No, I'm sorry, but like they've got at least one album that I would give a solid B to.
Fuck that.
Sure.
Give it a.
That's hilarious.
He's tough on his votes though. I've watched some of his videos before. He's a rough grader.
I mean, that's one of those bands.
Yeah,
when
it's
they came
called
out, when they
Dad
came out,
Vibes. Is the name of the song that it came back out with a new single. It's called Dad Vibes.
Nice.
yeah, it's a band. I liked them back in the day, but then I look at them as an adult. I'm like, wow, that was pretty.
I
weird.
agree. At now, it's hard for me to go back and listen to it. But
I disagree entirely.
but when I was at that concert, I was singing every single fucking song.
I think
Musically,
they,
sure, the lyrics are just fucking cringy as hell.
the lyrics do kind of suck, but they have an uncanny ability to hit that chorus and make everybody jump with them. Like that is a skill in its own, you know. And like it happens in all their songs. Fucking Nookie, Break Stuff, you know, My Way. Like all these songs, when that chorus hits,
My Way,
everybody
My Way.
goes ah, and gets into it. I've watched a bunch of Limp Bizkit reactions recently, and it's funny seeing like 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds just begin built up and then just jamming out during the chorus,
Right.
and they're going, "Yo, this is sick, man!" Like so many rap fans like rolling. I've that is what I've noticed. Like rolling. Like all these rap fans, it'll be like
It's their
hit
dance
that-
song.
Yeah, and like they're all like, "Yo, this one is the banger right here," and I'm like, "Yo, you're right. Yes, that is the banger."
It's because when you listen to the lyrics, it's just about letting go, having a good time, not like taking it too serious. You know, if you go into listening to Limp Bizkit trying to take it like super serious, I can see why it could fall flat. It's about
Oh
just
shit! The whole country angle makes sense because every song is about his fucking girlfriend leaving him and being mean to him and stuff. It all makes sense now.
He was
right.
just
That's
in the
why-
wrong genre to start with.
He was a country boy at heart the whole time. He just wasn't singing
Well-
country yet.
that. You're right. His first album was a lot of lyrics were like that, but I don't think like Chocolate Starfish was, and he's kind of leaning away from that as the newer albums came out.
I think Ryan's more talking about like their hits, you know, because they did kind of follow a similar structure, a lot of it. But I will say like they're kind of like Eminem in the way that like some of their songs are jokes. You know what I mean? Like they've got like what was that one song where they did the the cover, it was like or I don't know if it would be a cover or a sample. They had the chorus of the Nine Inch Nails song. I wanna fuck you like an animal. And in that song,
They
he
played
says
that song.
fuck in every line. And then at
Yeah.
some point he's like, and if I say fuck one more time, that's 58
40
fucks in this fucked up
Yeah.
rhyme. And you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, clearly you're not supposed to take any of this seriously. Like,
yeah. Yes, that's the hot dog flavored water song or whatever.
yeah, I think it's the
when they
I think it's the
labeled
first
that, yeah.
track on the album. Which again,
Yeah, they
just,
played that live. It was hilarious hearing everybody sing that out loud. It's fucking awesome.
You wanna fuck me like an animal? Yeah, he switches it around too. You wanna fuck me? I don't want to fuck you. You wanna fuck me? Yeah. Anyway, I like Limp Bizkit.
Anyway, yeah, me too. I don't give a fuck. It was great, and you could tell people still like them.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What's next?
I don't know. Unless you guys got something to add there. I'll move on
What
to
were we
Band-Maid
supposed
news.
to be talking about at that point? I don't even remember.
I think it started with fucking Baby Metal, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it was baby metal.
They got at the festival and everything, yeah. So we go into Band-Maid news. If that's all right. The
One last
OQ
thing. Sorry. I'm sorry.
was
That's
that?
because I was gonna add in the baby metal thing. Baby metal was great at Aftershock also. That was the fucking amazing concert.
Okay.
Good
cool.
review. Good review.
There you go.
Were they better? One question then. Were they better at the show that we saw them in New York or at the festival itself?
New York's still the best. New York is still the best.
Because the intimate setting.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounded the best. It was still good, but New York was by far the best one I've seen. And they were awesome. And I did enjoy Aftershock because I got to go, I worked my way up to the front. I was, right on the rail, so that was pretty badass. Just moshed my way to the front. But yeah, that was fucking crazy because people were, crowd surfing insane amount. So a lot of people in front were, getting out because it's just, way too many people. It was getting way overheated and stuff.
True.
But anyways, that was it. Yes, set was amazing. It was fucking phenomenal. Baby metal, you guys gotta go see. It goes by so fast. It's amazing.
Sweet. Band-Maid.
Band-Maid. The last OQG they played. Again, they did play. Where was it? I didn't write down where it was. Not Sapporo. The one after that. Otaru, I believe. 23 songs again, but they did not play Go Easy or Brightest Star, oddly enough. So even if you're in Japan, you miss out on things sometimes. I think they only played one show with all 4 of their latest songs on it. In the
They
show,
just be
maybe?
telling us you got to go to all of our shows if you want to hear all our songs.
Right. They did bring back Onset, though, which is cool. I haven't played that for a while. So Onset was played. Other notables, they played So What, which has been a long time. I don't think. This definitely was not a regular song. It's been a long time. HGK,
nice.
Before Yesterday, Matchless Gum, and Moratorium. All in one show, dude.
Wow. Did they play From Now On and Onset?
Yes.
Wow. Cool.
So they've really brought out some gems, dude. Those are some great older songs that didn't get. And we got Moratorium here, I think, and maybe Matchless Gum at one show, but they're at different shows.
I don't.
So
What
I
is
don't. Do you
So
think?
What again?
So What is man, Chat? How old is that?
Is that off their first or second album?
Was it on an album?
Or is that the one that there's just that one live performance out there of terrible shitty quality and you can barely hear it?
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for all these questions.
It's on Just Bring It.
They played it.
Okay. I just thought you guys knew everything about Band-Maid at the tip of your finger.
No, there's too much to keep in my brain.
Fair enough.
Somebody's gonna give us information.
It's from
Anyway.
Just Bring It.
Just bring it. There we go.
Just brilliant.
So do you think Japanese fans are like, oh man, disappointed they didn't get to see that, or are they going to be happy that they got to see these older songs? Got new songs, older songs.
I mean,
Oh man,
I'm always, whenever I go to see a band, I generally want to hear the classics more than the new songs, but that might just be a personal preference. You
if
know?
I knew Band-Maid had new material out, like I did when Shambles came out, and then they didn't play it when I saw them, I was like,
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't
was kind of a
disappointed
bummer.
though. I was like,
And it was literally 2 shows before they started playing it.
right. It would have
Yeah.
been better, but it was still damn awesome.
You know what the thing is? There's so many songs that I want to hear from them that they don't normally play live that I'd almost care about hearing some of those before hearing the new tracks.
They
you
played
know?
YYY live too.
See, I love that song.
I
See, that's
know.
one of my favorite songs. Ooh.
What? They played YYY live? Have they played it live before?
I don't know.
That's
Not
one
anything
of my
I've seen.
favorites. That's my favorite Miku song, I think.
No.
That's not me.
Why?
Well,
It's not a
I
Miku
mean,
song.
she sings it though. She has a very prominent part in it. Like her screaming that song.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally bringing the song into existence with that scream.
I love
Yep.
that song. That's that to me is like one of their like if I want to show somebody Band-Maid for the first time and just want them to like understand kind of what Band-Maid is, that song to me is like the perfect kind of open the door for them song.
Especially like showing off their traded vocals, like how
Yeah.
they're both the lead
They used to do.
vocalists.
Yeah. What else, man? It was Misa's birthday, the 14th. Happy birthday to Misa.
Happy birthday. To
She put out a tweet after the show saying, "I'm too embarrassed to say it on stage, so I'll say it in writing. I love you all." So that's a message from her for the fans. I did look up MNN on YouTube, Made News Network with Peter Lim and SJ Nix. They did their thing, and Peter and Mike had some fans made up, some actual fans, and they were to put them up in the crowd during the show to get their attention for Misa's birthday. And he said Misa noticed and was smiling, happy about it. And they made up some more of the sunglasses with the bow of power on them that they gave out when they were touring here. So they got some more sunglasses and had them on and stuff. So it was good time, good show for her birthday.
Am I missing something with the fans thing? I don't
Fans,
understand.
you know, like fans you fan yourself with, like actual fans. They put a picture on it of Misa, like a picture of Misa being real happy, and then a happy birthday Misa thing on it, so the crowd could hold him up and show it as his birthday.
Oh,
during
that's
the,
cool. That's clever.
Imagine time, yeah.
That's clever. I like that.
Nice.
So yeah, just cool, man. I mean, we knew from a letter from Konami before they're working on music, they're writing as they're touring. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they do when they're done touring. And Tokyo Garden Theater is coming up, and I think tickets are selling really well, from what I've heard. Not sold out, but they're getting close, man. And that's huge. It's like a 17,000 capacity venue. That's pretty big. Be a lot bigger than
That
anything
is
they played. So
yeah. And they did that once before and sold it out, right? The Tokyo Garden.
oh no, this is Yokohama. Sorry,
okay.
that's the one coming up is Yokohama. They played Tokyo Garden Theater.
Gotcha.
Yokohama's what
What was it?
was
You said
actually
17K?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay. So they've done that before. I could see them being able to do it again.
sure,
Nice.
sure.
Sweet.
All right.
See, I want to see a show like that with Band-Maid over here.
I know, me
because
too.
like they are playing like as much as we talk about how great the intimate settings are. I've seen them in intimate settings many times now. I would love to see them in like a 20,000 person venue.
yeah,
It would be a different experience, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder how they handle that in comparison.
I don't know. It seems. I mean, the big shows they've done, they've still done. You know, they do the emotion at time. They still have fun on stage. It's cool. I'm glad they do that instead of like, oh, this is a serious thing. Let's, they know what we see them do is what they do. It's not just like put on for certain shows or whatever. They really just love doing what they do. I think they just know the fans like it too. So
Yeah, I think that's the big part. It's like there's an attachment not just to the songs itself, but to the performance that they put on. I think everybody expects it.
I would only want to see him in a venue that big if I was down front. I don't want to be at the back of the fucking venue. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind being there, but I want to be down where I can actually see him.
Yeah, I mean, once you get spoiled on the floor,
Yeah.
like it's hard to go up to the nosebleeds.
Well, you don't go to the nosebleeds, baby. You get a front row seat.
That's what I'm saying. All right. I don't know. You guys think anything else you want to add? Any news?
Well, the Unlucky Morpheus is about to have their
Oh, that's right.
15th anniversary, which
Wow.
I had no idea they've been around for that long. Like, I thought they were maybe 5 years old. Like, if I'm being totally honest. So I was surprised to see that. But yeah, and I believe they're doing like a talk show where the singer is going to do like a live stream just talking about their careers and
Fuki.
yeah, Fuki talking about their careers and how they got here and hopefully tell us something about some new music coming out soon or something.
Sure. Cool.
And then the only other thing that I saw was that Trident's coming out with their second mini album. I think we mentioned them last week, but I don't know if we mentioned that they're actually releasing an album. And it's coming out, I believe, on the 13th of November. And Trident's pretty cool, man. We don't talk about them that much. They don't have that much music out, honestly.
Yeah.
Like especially since Juno left, right? They've only got
I think
like a few songs.
that may have caused a bit of controversy in the fan base.
Juno leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like all I saw when I first started listening to them. Half the people were like, "We love her as a drummer," and half the people were like, "She didn't fit as the drummer of that particular band."
I agree with both of those.
Yeah. You can
which
do both.
which you can, right? Like they're not mutually exclusive. Like I never listened to the music with her in the band. I might have heard one song, but I definitely like the direction that they went in since she left. So I'm intrigued. I want to hear this album. It's called Dream Up. It's going to be, and I guess they said something like 6 songs, 5 or 6 songs, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited to hear that one.
Nice. And by the way, Alan had to go. Sorry, Alan.
Yeah, he was like being a trooper going to doing the show. He was feeling a little out of it still. So thanks for coming on, dude. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, it was nice to have all 4 of us together again, and I'm looking forward to everyone being healthy. I feel like I'm the next one to get sick since you were all sick, recently.
True.
You were
no,
pretty
you were
sick there
sick
before that,
first.
bud.
Oh yeah, that's right. I started the trend.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you began this.
Knock that
Also,
shit off.
gee.
Also, wait, have you got? I'm just thinking about like the last month of your life, bro. The inspiration for writing lyrics should be there. Like,
Yeah, come on, dude.
near-death experience, baby coming, like
Yeah.
all this
Well,
crazy shit.
It's funny you say that. That is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Getting the medical bills for all
Oh
this.
God, yeah. You could probably write a whole album on that.
Yeesh.
And yeah, I am. God, I'm pissed, dude.
It's not cool.
Before we jump into like the top 10 or whatever, I just want to go into the comments here because people are telling us some of the other stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
So it looks like we've got
Glim Spanky?
Glim Spanky new album coming out. We've got Uyu and Maito from Hagane. They joined a new band called Mana Diagram. And Nemophila is playing Budokan soon.
Oh, shit.
Wow, sweet.
Wow.
I feel like I heard about that, like on a stream, and then like it didn't really click with me.
Oh, Tomozo was on Rock Fujiyama with Marty Friedman and the other guys.
Oh yeah,
I've checked that out too.
Right. Yeah, Alexander, by the way, yeah, he says Trident has close to 20 music videos, to correct me. I was just referring specifically to the ones that were released after Juno left the band. But I didn't do a count, to be honest. So, yeah, I definitely want to hear this new album, though. Oh, and new Mardellis came out.
Ah.
Apparently, I've only heard one of their songs, but it was pretty good. And new Wagamama Rakia this week too. Damn, bro. Damn, this is a rough one for me today.
Speaking of numbers of songs, there was a list of all the songs that Band-Maid had played on their tour, and there's 67 different songs. 67. So, and that's a lot of from different eras and whatever. And just as one of the hugest bands in my lifetime was Guns N' Roses. Funny enough, we were talking about them, so I'm like, I wonder how many songs they're playing on their tour. I think they had like 40 something, 43, and 5 of them are covers.
Whoa. They're
like,
playing
dude.
43 songs on their tour?
holy.
The whole total, not per show, but like.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Jesus. I was going to say, no wonder he's out
No,
of breath
dude.
by the end of it.
I think Band-Maid is playing 67 songs tonight. It was like the total number that they switch in and out. It's like 43.
Gotcha.
But they've been together, well, not together, but a band for fucking.
Yeah, but honestly, that's probably like all of their songs.
Right.
Like, really?
Yeah,
like,
see, there's not 43 songs of theirs I want to fucking hear.
Yeah, I think that's because I'm trying to think right now, dude. Like, Use Your Illusion 1, 2, total, I think that's 25 songs, right?
There's maybe
And
like
then
10 of them are really good.
yeah, and Appetite for Destruction's only 12 songs,
And
so
that's
that's
the
like
whole album-
that puts
yeah,
them
the
up to
whole-
like 37. And then
Yeah.
what they have the Spaghetti Incident, the cover album,
That was
and
all
then Chinese
covers.
Democracy. Like they
Yeah.
really only have probably 50 songs total.
Right. But you know, we got Band-Maid out here rolling out 67 songs, and people are still like, "But they didn't play this."
yeah, because all their songs are bangers. It's way different.
For them, quality, not quality, doesn't really apply. It's just
And
all quality.
I love Guns N' Roses too. Like we're talking a lot.
I
of
know,
shit.
dude.
They're-
Yeah.
The 3 albums that they put out, like that, were fantastic, right? Like
Sure.
they're really good albums. It's just that that's all they did, and they can't do it anymore.
Right on.
Yeah.
So,
True.
You gotta have respect for a band staying together that long.
Sure.
You know, I don't think I could stay with a band that long.
I mean, you mean playing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I kind
I
of look
never
at it
have.
as like a relationship. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-oh.
Something sounds weird.
Did Champ leave?
I
I
don't
think
know.
Champ got disconnected. Are we still together?
I'm here.
Okay.
Should we bother with the top 10 or just say fuck it?
Oh crap. Yeah. Do we have the slides for the top
Yeah,
10?
well, I got them. I can read them off. I think Andrew's ready.
Sweet. Andrew's been on top of it.
Yeah, we're going to
Oh,
go
yeah, we
from
lost.
10. He's got it. Okay, we'll go through the top 10 guys. I don't know what happened to the other 2, but we got East of Eden, new all-female rock quintet,
Oh
consisting
no,
of Ayasa,
Shambles moved down.
Minato Akane on vocals, Yuki and guitars from D-Drive, Wakazeme on bass, and Mizuki on drums. She's from Lonesome Blue. Number 9, Band-Maid, Shambles. You know what? We know this song. It's 9. They went down 1. Not cool, dude, but I guess it's okay. It's still in the top 10. Tamayasu Hote is up 1 spot, and they're in number 8.
This was really cool.
You seen this one?
Yeah, with Ina.
Right on. I'll have to check it out then. Yes, it's Tamayasu Hote and Aina the End team up for an interesting collaboration. Says Aina needs no introduction, but I'm gonna make my screen right here. Tamayasu Hote may not be familiar from most, being most famous is track from the Kill Bill soundtrack, Battles with Honor Humanity. Okay,
Oh.
I will know the song once I hear it because I've seen that movie like 1,000 times. Right
Sweet.
on. Cool. Number 7, we got Rad Wimps, staying where they were. Number 6, Passcode, Groundswell, staying there also. I do like their latest releases a lot.
I don't know if I've heard this yet. Groundswell.
Yeah, pretty good, man. Number 5, Ave Mujica, holding steady at number 5.
I think I just heard Champ.
Yeah, hear him breathing.
Okay. Okay, I will.
You're very
Have
loud.
any of you heard this song yet? Ave Mujica?
No.
No.
Okay, because I was looking at the top 10 and I had heard every song except for this one, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder if anybody else has."
Should we
But-
react to this next week?
Yeah, this was on the list for this week, but I guess we'll do this one next week.
Cool.
Sure. It's a Bang Dream franchise.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Right? Yeah, we talked about this last week. That's right.
Right on. Cool. So they're staying at number 5. Number 4, Wagaki Band staying at number 4.
Okay, this top 4 is pretty solid.
Pretty steady, man. You got Maximum the Hormone at Koi no America staying at number 3. And Baby Metal Matari featuring Tom Morello.
I
staying at
still
number
haven't
2.
seen this music video
You gotta
because
check
I
it
got
out, dude.
sick like right after it came out.
Pretty good video. That's one of my favorite songs of theirs. I love it.
I think this might be the first song that I've seen played live before I've seen it the music video.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Number 1, One OK Rock, holding steady at number 1.
Have any listened to this yet?
Monster Hunter. Oh, make it out alive. Is that what it's called?
Have any
Haven't
of
we
you
played a
listened?
sample of this on the show?
Probably.
I don't
And
think
this-
I've
so
heard
none of you have actually heard the song though.
No.
it. No.
No.
Okay, I did listen to it. It was pretty boring.
It's for the art. RPG game Monster Hunter now.
So
I mean,
it was a One OK Rock song.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're not like for me personally. Like, I like
Yeah.
the guy's vocals so much,
Yeah, yeah.
and their live performances. I actually truly enjoy when I watch them play live, mostly because of his vocals. But this one just was like an average sort. I don't know. You guys have to listen to it on
Yeah.
your own.
It's so weird because when I saw them live, I felt like even the music was so much more interesting than when I watch it. Anything I've seen, like
That's
the
how I
actual
feel too.
video versions.
Maybe it's the mix that they're using or something, because like it is definitely more of a mainstream sound that they like mix it like in their recordings. I mean, and I've watched some music videos from them also, which are awesome. Like really emotional, deep lyrics too, where I think that they're really, really good. Like they're good at writing. It's just some of their songs are just like when they're just trying to hit that sort of like, oh, let's put out a song, and it kind of sounds like that average rock song. Like they have ones like that, and this one for me is like that.
Right on. All right, man. That's the news. That's the list.
You want to do the top 10 covers?
I guess. We'll go milestones this week. Sim, The Rumbling is 50 million views. Holy shit.
Oh,
Passcode
Jesus.
Groundswell is at 2 million.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. They've been promoting the shit out of that song.
I think
And-
Shambles
and I
just
love
hit
it.
Shambles just hit 1 million for Band-Maid.
Oh,
I don't know what the time release was difference for these, but yeah, that's pretty awesome for them, dude.
Yeah, I love to see it. I love to see like these bands that like I don't necessarily like. Dude, I don't expect Passcode to like be that popular just because their music is so fucking weird. But
Oh
like,
yeah, that's a
But
good
I
point.
think later though it's more appealing to me than their older stuff, just what they're doing lately.
Dang,
and
I
I
gotta
think-
hear that.
And I think in general, like people are starting to get into weird shit. Like
Yeah.
HANABIE's
That's
popularity
because of
kind
us,
of proves
man.
that.
We're pushing this stuff. Listen to weird stuff, guys.
Yeah, listen to weird shit.
There's
Guys,
so
you
much
guys-
music out there.
Guys, you guys are weird shit.
New entries. We got some new entries to the list. Sendai Komatsu and at 22. Ningen Isu came in at 25 for their new single. Scandal. Says highlight no naka de bokura zuto.
Yeah, that's their new song, right?
Yeah,
Right
it
on,
was
yeah.
good.
And Passcode Clouds Across the Moon. That's entered the list at 59. So they got 2 songs.
Oh wow, so so that song's out. I
Yeah.
thought it wasn't out yet. Oh, okay, cool.
Then Paladusk featuring Masato from Cold Rain is at number 70.
And that's a cool song too. These are good. These are good. This is a good list. I like these bands and these songs.
So, Champ, you heard that new Scandal song?
Yes, I did.
Dang.
You didn't hear it? I thought we listened to it together for some reason.
Was it last week?
Maybe we just listened to a teaser or something together, and then I ended up listening to it on my own. But I thought it was really
okay,
good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's solid. I like their new music more than I like their old music. I think as a band, they've gotten better and better as time has gone on, which is actually the opposite of what somebody just said in the comments about One OK Rock, which I actually kind of agree with. But yeah, I think the new Scandal song is actually like top-notch Scandal material.
Cool, man.
Right on.
All
there's
these
also-
bands, bro. All these bands dropping great tracks now. It makes me
Yeah.
so happy.
You know what?
fun.
Did you listen to that without reacting to it, just like
Yeah.
for fun?
Uh-huh.
Man, that's a good idea.
I'm saying like it's hard. We've talked about this before. It's hard to talk about like our fucking like what we have to listen to while we're reacting and stuff, and we want to hold this stuff so that people can watch it with us. But like sometimes it's easier to just listen to it on your own, and you get a better enjoyment from it that way.
Cool.
Sure. Let's go. Let's check out the little page here. Most bodacious rise. Got Trident. Neo Future went up 16. Most heinous drop was Queen Bee with Mephisto went down 27. So
Okay, that's fair.
whatever.
Well, we didn't like that song.
Most excellent new entry was Sendai Komatsu, came in at 22. Bogus entries Paladus. They came in pretty low at 70. Least bogus at 11 was Sim.
Wait, what was that called? The most bogus new entry?
Yeah.
Damn it, Simno. Who are you? What is this?
Bogus.
I don't know, man. Maybe we might need to get a new top 10
This
guy.
is interesting. Most entries in the top 100. Bands had the most entries in the top 100. Gotrek Spin has the most with 5 entries in the top 100.
Oh wow. Okay.
Love Bites has 4.
Okay.
Nemophila also has 4, and Sim has 3. That's interesting, man.
That is interesting. Gatrick Spin, they're like a sneak. They snuck
Yeah.
in there. I didn't expect that.
Right.
The other ones I could see. The other ones are kind of expected, but
That's cool.
Still pulling in the views. 20. Let's see. Man with the Mission. Still pulling 1.1 million views a week, dude. That's crazy.
that song blew up.
Yeah,
And
that's
they had
the one with
they had like 2 of them too, right? Because one of them was like the Malay featuring Man with a Mission.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then the
one
Man with a Mission featuring Malay. There was 2 of them.
Otto Backlight is still pulling in 930,000 and 10 feet. Did we listen to that?
No,
I listened to it.
not on.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you feel about it?
It was cool.
And
It's
that
been a
was-
while.
that was-
790,000 views a week.
Yeah,
That's a lot of views,
we
man.
talked about that a few times, but I don't think we ever actually got around to checking it out.
Right on.
Wait, you didn't seem super excited when you just said, "Yeah, it was cool."
Well, it was like 5 months ago.
He doesn't know what he thought of it, dude. He doesn't know what he thought of stuff he watched yesterday.
I remember it was a very red music video, and I enjoyed it, and that's all I remember.
Okay,
Cool.
nice. All right, that it.
That's it,
That's
man.
it, man.
That's it. A little shorter podcast for the week, but that's okay.
That's all right.
One of our members needed to go make sure that his nose didn't fall off. Its
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Get
Gotta
by your
keep
own.
that blood inside.
Right.
Keep all bodily fluids. Just keep them inside your body.
Inside and in the right cavities. You know what I mean?
True story.
And on that note, what are you doing?
I'm throwing stuff around.
Champ, you want to
Throw
mention the
around.
other stuff we do
We do some other stuff, right?
You do.
sometimes?
Yeah, so go over to our Patreon,
creepy.
patreon.com/guys. And you
feel
can get
really good
more
about
of
that.
this.
Nobody's gonna show
Yeah, no, go to our patreon.com/guys. We just did a reaction this week, right? So most of the time before the podcast, we do like to film an extra reaction, a group reaction for anybody that's over on our Patreon. Today, what did we check out today? What was the song? I don't even remember.
It's so good we don't remember.
It was Soken and Naru covering
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Atara
Otona Blue.
Shigako.
Right, yeah. So if you like Soken Naru or Atarashigaka, go over to our Patreon and check that out. We've also got a TikTok, which gets, we post there when we want to
TikTok.
post there, and then and an Instagram and a Twitter, which we also use when we feel like using. But if you follow us on all of these, you'll always know what is going on with the guys and guys.
You'll know what's going on or how lazy we are.
Yeah, you'll you might not get anything for a few days, but when you do, at least you'll be updated and aware. So yeah, follow us on all that stuff, and that's it. Guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, see you next time. I hope Alan gets better. Thanks to the mods, thanks to the supporters and all the platforms. You guys couldn't do without you.
Yeah, thank you all for watching and stuff.
Adios todos.